The following game has been rated E10+, which is short for everyone aged 10 and up by the ESRB for fantasy violence, and online interactions are not rated by the ESRB. So basically fantasy violence. That means anyone under the age of 10 should not be watching this video. You have been warned. Greetings and salutations. I am Outlier, and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today is, of course, my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we're returning back to Minecraft. No, this isn't a game about logic puzzles. It's the one where you build things? So, the premise of Minecraft is that you are dropped into this world composed entirely of cubes of various materials, and then you harvest these materials and build things to your own nefarious / beneficial purposes. And it's really largely up to your own imagination. There are a few goals and achievements you can complete, like getting to the final game boss and then fighting said final game boss. But of all the years and times and worlds and files that I've played of this game, I've never personally bothered to actually do any of that, and generally I just go around building things in survival mode, because that's where I find the fun. So yeah, this game is of course made by Thank you again. And that being said, let us begin. Okay, so here we are in, well, the area that I've been building. This will eventually be my home, known as Nimbus, City Above the Clouds. Yes, that is the full title and name. This is Quarry, where I will be harvesting the stone to build Nimbus, City Above the Clouds. And these are the furnaces that I have built to turn all the cobblestone that I get from Quarry into stone, which I then use on that workbench to turn into stone brick, which I then use to build Nimbus, City Above the Clouds. For now. It will eventually be more than just a massive flat stone brick slab in the middle of the sky above the clouds. But that is another step for God knows when, because I keep thinking I should play this between episodes, because no one wants to see me run around in a square, slowly building, adding to this floating slab. But then I get around to doing other things and forget about it completely until it's time for another Minecraft video. What am I furnishing here? Oh, look, more charcoal. Yes, more charcoal. Is the audio on a delay? Look, the game's audio's on a delay. Or just that. For some reason, it's just constantly autosaving, apparently, because I'm looking up in the corner and I just see the autosave logo. And I really gotta get around to building fencing for these areas, because I was just walking here and realized, oh yes, I've dug that far deep. I should also finish building this level, and the level above that, and probably the level above that, but I haven't gotten around to that yet. I don't get around to much in this game, considering in order to fuel this construction, I need wood, and this is my wood. This is more of my wood. Last episode I managed to get a third kind of wood, a couple jungle tree saplings, so I could probably use that to build something. Maybe, hopefully, kind of, sort of ish, if I remember what level I need to be on. There we are. And if I remember what chest I actually put them in. Oh, that's a birch sapling. My one and only birch sapling. Now, you'd think you'd take heat damage from standing on a burning furnace, but you don't. Why am I complaining about that? Ah, they're in the new one. Guess I could probably also build bamboo as well. Oh, and dark oak, so I actually have two. What is this? Kelp. Don't know if I can grow kelp. I mean, it looks like it can grow there. I do miss the tooltips from what I like to call old Minecraft, which was basically the original version they built for the Xbox that they eventually dropped in favor of this version, which is similar to the PC. So we'll see if all this grows. In the meantime, I'm going to put my jungle tree. That might be important, so let's put it there. Do I have any torches to feed the tree with light? Yes, I do. There we go. And I'll put those around. And as for the dark oak tree, yes, I know I have 4 saplings, but if you put them all together, they make a big tree. So, and that's a singular tree. We'll put that here. Hopefully it's far enough away from the jungle tree that they don't compete for light or space. And I'm out of torches again. On the plus side, the bamboo's certainly growing. At least that shaft is. Okay. I technically do have a bucket of lava. I arguably don't need to pour more stone. I can just make new stone. But that requires effort and materials I don't have access to yet, so we'll just go with farming it out of the quarry for, well, now. Assuming that's even what we're going to be doing today. I mean, I probably should. I don't have anything to replace the stone that's in the furnaces right now. And I do have plenty of storage space, if not pickaxes. Where did I put... I should really organize my storage. Do I even have spare cobblestone? I don't even think I have spare cobblestone. No, I do. There it is. Where are my sticks? Not here. Sticks are in this one. Yeah, it should be enough for now. There, slightly better inventory management. Well, probably not. I'm sure someone will somewhere, if this video ever gets seen by someone, will have a fit with how I set up the inventory, but that's how I set up the inventory, and if you don't like it, you are free to play this game on your own terms. Meantime, I have a large pile of stone to mine, so if you excuse me, I'm probably just going to fast forward this. Okay, so that's 8 blocks of cobblestone. Well, 8 stacks, I should say. Nope, I miscounted. Hang on. Okay, now I have 8 full stacks of cobblestone. As the sun is setting for the didn't think I didn't think I dug that far deep, but the sun has set or is setting for the second time. So let's quickly get into our squirrel hut and take a nap. What? Oh, well, I take everything because A, the other materials will be in the way of the cobblestone, and B, I don't actually know if I'm actually going to need those other materials. So I basically just grab everything on the off chance I might actually use it. I mean, I do have plenty of granite. I mean, who knows? I might actually decide to replace the oak wood with polished granite blocks, just regular granite blocks, and use the oak wood for something else because right now I'm getting more stone than I am wood. Okay, so now we let that next group bake. And we turn all of our lovely stone into cobblestone. I got that wrong. Now we turn all of our lovely stone into stone bricks. Which we then use on Nimbus, City Above the Clouds. Be right back. Now, I like how the regular clouds are beneath Nimbus, but it looks like rain falls from, well, the top of the sky. Fairly certain it's usually the other way around in real life. At least I'm fairly certain Nimbus clouds, because of their density and thickness, enough to actually cause... Sorry, I thought I heard something. Oh look, there actually are creepers up here now. Yeah, I really gotta light this place up. Whee! Okay, so that probably explains why it's dark enough for creepers and a zombie to spawn. It's a heavy thunderstorm. Because I just heard lightning. Could have sworn I saw something. Could have sworn I saw something. Apparently this area is now big enough to spawn a bat. Apparently it's also dark enough to actually go to bed. Thought it was actually midday still. You're in my way, little bat. Gonna need you to move. Hate to do this to you. I said you're going to have to move, and you didn't move. Luckily, the bats aren't threatening. And hopefully I ended up far enough away, both vertically and horizontally, for everything on top of Nimbus City above the clouds to despawn. Oh, look, a chicken. Was a chicken. That's a drowned. Okay, so now that pile of stone brick is gone. Well, laid, placed to, for construction, and, well, the massive stone brick slab gets, well, one step further to completion. Oh, look, a squid. What was that? Oh, a dolphin. Thank you, Mr. Dolphin. Or Miss Dolphin. Or Mrs. Dolphin. Or Ms. Dolphin. You know, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking maybe I put down too much bamboo. Maybe not. We'll see. So the dark oak tree has spawned. Not so much the jungle tree, wood tree, but I'll give it time. Alright, so was not expecting to that be the entire episode. I mean, I could just keep going mining, but I'm fairly certain. Oh look, some bones. But as I was saying, I'm fairly certain no one would be interested in watching an entire Minecraft video of just one person quietly just hewing rock out of the ground, especially given the length of the videos I tend to make these. So one thought that I had was, much like last episode, to keep exploring. Now, I do know that we came originally from this direction, and last episode we went off in that direction, then went that way, then this way, and then this way. So one thought I had was to head that way. I know some creepers and pillagers and whatnot usually spawn and wander off into this area, so I'm actually kind of curious to see what's off in this direction. But we're not taking an uncooked chicken, one thing of cooked meat, lava bucket, a water bucket, and all these tools. I mean, we're taking most of that stuff. I'm just leaving some of it behind. Question is what? And that question will be pondered when I manage to get on the right level that I need to do to get out. Oh, look, out. Anyway. Alright, so I know for a fact we're leaving the chicken behind. I should make a bow one of these days. I do have 15 feathers? Some feathers. I also really need to organize this thing. Yes, I know, I say that every time. Alright, so we'll get that cooking. Put the lava bucket away. Because buckets are hard to come by, and I don't want to risk losing it in case I get taken out and have to respawn back here or somewhere else. I will, however, be taking an entire stack of dirt because dirt's always useful. Stats of these things. So we just wait for the meat to cook. Put this bone away. I should probably actually take more torches as well. I don't think I have spare torches. I don't think I have spare... Oh no, I do have some spare coal to make new torches. So I shall do that. Is it getting darker already? Does appear to be. Okay. So we'll just make tomorrow today, and then we'll head off. Alright, so tomorrow is now today, and I have a spare sword. I have a spare wooden sword. Let me grab that just in case. And off we go. I bet I dug that. Alright, so when exploring, the first thing you want to do is remember where you came from. Second thing you want to do is get up somewhere somewhat high, so that way you can see what's around you, and if anything's interest, you can head to. Of course, getting up high can be, I don't want to say difficult, but interesting to a certain extent if you don't or do know what you're doing. Look, more of those sweet berries. And that was a fox. That's another fox. Lots of foxes. Alright, and from this vantage point, I can see more trees. Also a mountain, so we're probably going to climb that mountain, see what we can see from there, if we can get down somewhat relatively safely. I heard something. A lot of spruce trees. And that is a whole bunch of those sweet berries. Interesting. So another chicken. Oh, this is a ravine. That looks to be more than a ravine. That looks like processed wood blocks. Of course, crossing it's going to be difficult. Kind of, sort of, ish, maybe, but almost not really. Bunch of very dark places. I do like exploring, but I'm also hesitant to explore places in Minecraft. Just simply because, you know, if you get taken out, then you lose all your stuff, and you have to go backtracking a significant distance to get back to it. And that stuff will eventually despawn after a while, possibly before you even manage to get back to it. So it's a risk-reward setup, and sometimes I just don't feel like taking the risk. Especially in areas that are dark and, well, steep. Much like this area. I do sometimes like how the procedural generation creates certain environments. The fact that there's this massive ravine cut through this mountain, and it's got like a whole open-air cave system. Turn that into a natural house, I guess. If one were inclined to do that, as opposed to building, oh wow, you can actually see it from here, building a massive slab right above the clouds. That'll be a problem. Definitely going to be a problem. Get up, come on. Yeah, technically I don't actually need the shovel for this. I did not know that the snow just fell if you take out the block beneath it. Of course, usually I just dig up the snow. Sweet berries are weird. That's a tree. Another tree. Just take this tree down because it's in the way. And this is where the stack of dirt comes in handy. Alright, so that's one tree down. And as we get up to the massive mountain, we see more trees. Well, a tree. The other half of this mountain and a massive ravine. A snowflake. Is it snowing? It actually is snowing. I'm going to say I am curious as to how I plan on getting across this ravine. But, do know that my one thought was to go around, but, I do know this way does eventually end in ocean. And I do technically have a, whole stack of dirt blocks, but, you know, anything I build to cross this ravine this high up, I'm probably not getting back, so I'm hesitant to waste the dirt to do that. Another thought that I had is just climb back down, either go around the mountain, or climb back up it once I cross the. Well, that actually looks like a river at that point. Of course, that looks rather steep down this way. That looks man-made right there. Of course, unlike the other hill I climbed down, this one is a little bit more steep, so it's going to be a little bit more problematic getting back down. I did say a little problematic. Didn't say it wasn't possible. Oh, look, cool. Did not see this on the way up. Mine now. Yeah, this was probably better. Alright, now we're down. So that was an exciting gripping climb. Also a lesson in how not to die by falling off things. Not so much that one, but my character will heal. Alright, so it looks like that what I saw was actually just, whatever the white stone is. I can't remember. Keep wanting to call it granite, but I think granite's the red one. No, dorite's the white one, granite's the red one, and andesite's the gray one. And it's once again coming to nightfall, so let's find a nice place we can actually dig. Oh, look, a nice place we can actually dig out. For a second, for some reason, I thought that was actually water. And let's mess up the spawn point by putting a bed here. And sleeping in it. I say mess up because we're removing the bed. And then we fill back in the dirt. What is this red stuff? You know, I'd be more inclined to exploring if the drown didn't show up every other time. Dead fire coral block. So it's coral. Interesting. Well, I apparently killed it, so I guess we're taking it with us. And so we skirt around the ravine, or at least try to. Oh, look, another wolf. And you know what? A thought just occurred to me. I probably should have brought my boat. Luckily, we're close enough to where we're building and living and working to just simply be able to run back easily. Sort of. Oh, almost fell down here. That would have been bad. Alright, and we're back. So where's my boat? Seriously, where did I stash it? I did remember to stash it somewhere, right? Ah, there we are. And this chest is now full. As is this one. But not this one. Okay. Although now it arguably is. And I'm probably going to need to build another chest soon, simply because I keep hoarding things. No, they can always be useful. Alright, so now that we got the boat, we now get in said boat. And we go. So, I do know the sun rises from this angle, so this is east. We went south and then, west and then south, so this way should be north. And I know I should probably have a map, but I just haven't gotten around to building one, and the map without the compass doesn't have coordinate markings. So even though I would be able to see where I was or will be going, I wouldn't know where exactly anywhere is. And I ever mention how much I enjoy the fact that they actually put things into the water? I mean, drowned aside, because nobody likes a zombie that doesn't burn in the day. I do like the fact that they put in fish and all the different types of coral and seaweed. And dolphins, of course. Alright, so just north of the mountain we tried to climb, but then decided not to. Is an open field with a sinkhole in it. Man, I actually would have thought that right past this mountain would have been more trees. More spruce trees, I should point out. There are what looks to be some large mushrooms. That was a chicken. It's a pig. More chicken. More trees. We have the birch and standard oak variety. I should try to get more birch saplings. I only have like one, I think. What was that? It's a cow. There's more mountains and trees to the northeast, like vines. And that explains the mushrooms. We have a swamp to the north. Okay, cool. Swamps means lily pads. Also, natural spawning point for slimes. And witches. But I much prefer slime cubes. Mainly because they're relatively easy to kill and you can get slime balls for them, which are used to make several things. Random experience point thingy right there. Well, probably not random, I'm sure something caused it. Although the witches I could probably do without. Oh, look, a rare brown sheep. More flowers. Should have packed my shears. Did not. Also, you can get lily pads from here, and it's somewhat shallow, meaning it's relatively easy to get clay. Relative being a open to. Okay, did that horse just teleport? Anyway, as it's saying, open to interpretation type term. You know, if I had a saddle, I could get some horses. If I had a saddle, if I had half the stuff that I don't have, I'd be playing an entirely different style of game. Oh, look, bees. How do I harvest bees? I should look that up sometime, not now. Fairly certain if I approach the hive, I'd probably get stung. Because I like having things mimic real things in real life in this game. Oh look, more lava. That could come in handy for construction purposes. If and when I ever get more buckets. We're just going to skirt the swamp for right now. What is that? Looks like grass, but it's too far away to be and too tall. course, the sun's setting, so I'll probably have to wait until... Is that half a tree? You know, sometimes I don't know what's a bug and what's a feature. I mean, this is clearly a bug. That's a bee. But yeah, that looks like something just sliced this tree in half. Let's not go this way. In fact, the sun is setting, so let's dig another hole. As my shovel breaks. But that's fine. I pack spares. Okay, so it is literally a forest of bamboo. So if I didn't find those one or two things of bamboo in the jungle, I could have easily come here. And I actually can't easily walk through it all. It just turns into standard dirt, so I'm assuming this is the equivalent of grass. I heard something I didn't like. Looks like a jungle tree. Yeah, looks like a jungle wood. So the bamboo forest turns into jungle, and we have melons. And that was an Enderman. I heard him. Yep, there he is. Now they're supposed to go away in the sunlight. Oh look, there's a panda. More bamboo. Something didn't spawn correctly. Several things didn't spawn correctly. Okay, so we're going to leave that chunk alone as well. Got more melons and cocoa seeds. What looks like a small lake. Oh look, I'm sure the game calls it a parrot, but I think that's a cockatoo? Cockatiel? It's a bird. And a panda. A bunch of floaty grass seeds and a flower. And something that hissed as I was crossing the water. Well, cocoa seeds. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. And so it looks like the jungle and the tundra biomes just simply parallel each other at this point. Oh look, a jungle cat. Sadly, I don't have any fish. I should get fish. I should get a fishing pole to get fish. But I don't, so I have neither. So no cat for me. Another panda. More parrots. What else is up here? Let's keep heading what I'm referring to as north. At least I'm fairly certain I'm heading in the right direction. It'd be not fun if I ended up getting lost. So what are you? But you're just a sheep. Oh look, another ravine. Let's not fall down it. What is with this game and the half-spawning trees? I mean, seriously. There's even vines just going straight vertical. Look, a little cat. And a chicken. And another hole. Chicken is food. Just a river. Probably don't need the boat for this, especially given the fact I just finished crossing it. We definitely didn't need the boat for that. And we end up going into some very steep hill country. Right after the jungle. That could have gone badly. Of course, this might actually still be the jungle biome. Still seeing jungle trees. Well, the jungle trees stop when, the jungle biome stops when the jungle trees do. And this might actually be a jungle temple. Or it could just be a fortress. Let's bypass it for now. I mean, I've explored a couple of the desert temples, but I think this is the first jungle one I've ever seen. Assuming that even is a jungle temple and not something else. I am hearing zombie sounds, so whatever that is, I'm assuming it's inhabited, so we're just going to keep heading north. And technically northwest if my poor sense of direction is accurate. Which it usually isn't, but there have been times when I get slightly correct. And after the jungle, we get the desert. Of course, if memory serves, I actually went north the first episode, originally. So this could actually be the desert that I came across in episodes 1 and 2. Of course, it would also mean that this is the jungle that I came across in episodes 1 and 2. Oh look, floating sand. Alright, so that's a ravine. Is that lava next to water? Probably lava on top of water. It's the only way that can actually happen. Turns the water underneath of it into stone. Took myself to some cactus. And yes, I'm well aware the sun's setting. Now there's a trader. Now, I can't really I can't realistically build a squirrel hut in the sand because sand collapses under its own weight because it's one of the few materials affected by gravity. So what I'm going to do is we're going to run back into the jungle area real quick, at least the border of it. Interesting. Yeah, the squirrel hut's too small to instantly spawn, look a pig, enemies right next to me. So that'll never happen. What's this area? A small little savanna area. Call it savanna because this type of tree. Let's chop one down, see if we can get some saplings. Acacia wood, I think it is. Yeah, acacia logs. So let's go whack this chicken in the butt. And we wait for at least one sapling to spawn so I can take it back with me. And there's the sapling. I'd be willing to wait for more, because I always like having more than one. That way I have something in a backup in case I lose, break, or destroy it. And that looks like a mountain off in the distance. Tempted to go see that, but video is getting somewhat long, so what I'm going to do instead of wait for more saplings to fall is I'm going to encourage saplings to see if they spawn or not. Okay, fine, I get the hint. Oh look, there's another one. But we're gonna see if we can climb this hill mountainy area. Alright, random tree not spawning. Because this version of Minecraft is so much better. Come on. Up we go. Right, now that we've mountain goat up here. Mountain goated. You can see that the desert crawls in for that direction and swings over this way. We have more acacia trees in the lake over here. And the jungle keeps spawning up here. So there's that. Look, a llama. You know, the jungle looks relatively surprisingly green when you're standing in a spot that isn't where the grass isn't as green. So I guess we aren't on the other side just yet. But let's get down from the mountain and head home. Alright, so if that's still east, and the desert's now back to us, which was to the north, we should be heading south. Alright, and it went straight from jungle to desert where we entered the desert. So the savannah wasn't there, but I think we are a little bit more east than where we were. So we keep heading in this direction. We should be almost falling into a ravine, but after bypassing that, we should be somewhat fine. I do like how you can climb vines. That's always fun. Yep, let's not fall down this waterfall. And for a second, I thought there was somebody walking around behind me. But it's just my own character's footsteps. And through we go. So we see more jungle. What was that? Don't know. As long as it's not hostile, don't much care. Now, you'd think I'd be smart enough to put trail markers so that way I know where I've been. to get back to where I want to go. Of course, if I was smart, I wouldn't have fallen off of a cliff and not lost the map that I originally had in the first place. Not that it would really cover this area. Maps, I would say the maps aren't as big as they used to, but it's not the maps that the actual map and what it covers it's gotten smaller. The game's just gotten bigger. Well, that could have gone badly. More bamboo. We'll run into the bamboo forest coming back this way. That was surprisingly interesting to look at. Oh look, a black sheep. Clearly he's got wool. I don't have any shears and I don't feel like killing a sheep. So, no real... Whoa, crud. That could have gone badly. But there's lava there. It's good to know, I guess. Looks like the jungle's thinning out, so... Yeah, this is the swamp that we skirted around the last time. Sun's setting again. I think I dug too deep. Yeah, I did. Oh look, green parrot. Don't have any seeds for you. Well, I do have cocoa seeds. Actually, no, I do have 3 seeds. I do have cocoa beans, but I read online that they actually kill the birds, so we're not doing that. Rather than skirting the swamp this time, let's actually swim or rowboat through it. Curious to see what's here. And a bunch of lily pads. I wonder if they still damage the boat like they used to. A lot of murky water. Random floating lily pad. Well, I mean, there's not really much you can build using the lily pads. I mean, I believe you can actually stand on them. Yeah, you can stand on them. And one time I did make a bridge out of them. But other than that, they mostly serve decorative purposes. And you can actually slam your boat into them for easy harvesting. Although in the past, they would actually damage and eventually break the boat. Because, yes, that was a thing. Alright, and I thought the swamp ended a lot sooner than it actually does, so let's just keep sail. I really gotta stop looking at the weirdness of it. Alright, and that was my axe. Luckily, I got plenty more. And off we go through the ocean. Fish, apparently that's coral. I do wonder what's causing all that light down there, but I'm not willing to dive deep enough without some sort of means of getting more air. Also, the drowned are a thing, so definitely not planning on doing any deep sea diving anytime soon. Probably at all. There's Nimbus, city above the clouds, so, we know for a fact we're heading in the right direction. You can see where we want to end up. And here we are at what passes for home. Just gonna grab my boat. Huh, that did grow. Okay, cool. Alright, so the next round of stone is done, but I only have enough charcoal to technically cook 2 more stacks of stone, and 1 stack of charcoal, the last unit of 8 charcoal, I should really focus on making more charcoal, so that way, I don't run out of fuel, which requires harvesting 8 more stacks of wood. And given the fact that I'm currently using oak wood, even though the oak refuses to actually grow out of the saplings for the walls of the quarry, and the spruce for the floors. Just going to set the Arcadia trees right here. Don't really want to put more torches down. Well, I mean, I got torches to spare, so. So why not? Dark oak tree has grown, but the jungle wood tree hasn't. They don't always grow in every spot. Sometimes you gotta move them around a little bit in order for them to actually spawn a massive tree. So if I would go like this, that might affect something. It might not. But you never really know until you experiment. And by experiment, I mean put things down until something happens. Like this bamboo, I wonder if it's actually going to get all that tall in real life. I mean, the spruce trees don't. But, yes, there's all that, so I can make another run to Nimbus, which I might do after I stop filming, because no one wants to see 2 rounds of that. Because I like making videos was what I think I would like to watch, and I don't want to see 2 rounds of that in one video. But on that note, I also have to work out my storage. But on that note, I'm going to call it here.
Everybody stay safe from the plague and have a good day.